To quit or not to quit, that's the big question. Are you thinking of quitting your job and looking for a new career? Are you waiting too long to move on? Study shows that 85% of the people actually hate their jobs. Means that if you randomly talk to anyone on the street, out of 10 people, 9 of them will tell you they don't like what they do. Now maybe you're a little bit scared and you're thinking about, well, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I wait for a few months and see how things are? Well, here are 7 warning signs that you should get a new job. Warning sign number 1, you go home and you spend a majority of your time complaining about your coworker and your boss. So you go home, you talk to your wife, your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your family, and they ask you, hey, how's work today? Oh man, let me tell you, oh my goodness, let me tell you about Susie, let me tell you about John, let me tell you about my boss, right? It's always complaining, it's something always wrong, and you're bringing a lot of negativity home, and the conversation always ends on a negative note. Well, that's sign number 1, that maybe you should look for a new career. Warning sign number 2, you dread going to work every day. In the morning, the alarm goes off. Do you get excited? It's like, yeah, can't wait to get out of bed and go to work. Or when the alarm goes off, you're like, oh my God, here's another day. Here we go, gonna be stuck in traffic, right? That's the challenge. Do you always, during the work days, the hump day, right? Especially the hump day. You're like, oh man, finally, halfway through the week and it's just 2 more days, right? Then it's the weekends. You live for the weekends. And when you get to Sunday, the Monday morning, you are like, oh my God, Monday, here we go again, right? You dread going to work every day. That's a sign. Warning sign number 3, you are less productive at work, or you are bored often and lack passion. Right? If during work hours, you are checking your Facebook every 20 minutes, you are playing around on Instagram, or you're playing video games on your apps, right? Chances are this may not be the right career for you. Or, come on, let me give you a clue. Just between you and me, if you're working right now, this is during work hours, you're watching a video on YouTube called 7 warning signs you should get a new job. Chances are, guess what? You should get a new job. Warning sign number 4, you know you're gonna be fired. Maybe the company that you are working for, they are downsizing, or sometimes they call that re-engineering. You can see the team shrinking as each quarter goes by, from 500 people to 450 to 400 to 300. Well, that's a clue. Or maybe it's not the right company to start off with anyway. Maybe it doesn't fit your talents, that you're not at the right seat, or it's not the right position for you, not the right role for you. Or maybe you have no interest in the industry, but you just kind of got into it a few years ago. Now you're kind of stuck. You got to think a little bit ahead. If you know that the company's not going anywhere and you know you're going to be fired, it's just only a matter of time, you want to think ahead, because for your future jobs, it's easier to explain to your new potential employer, saying that, hey, you quit and you're looking for alternative, versus you got fired and you got laid off. So think ahead. Warning sign number 5, you feel stuck and hopeless. See, one of the basic human needs that we have as a human being is the need to grow, right? We want to be better. You've heard of the saying before, if you're not growing, you are dying. So with your current job, if you don't get excited about and you don't see a future, you don't see where the next level is going to be, and you feel you hit that glass ceiling and there's nothing to look forward to, and you don't feel like you're growing, that the job is not challenging enough, or the people around you, they're not challenging you, and you just feel like kind of the same, and you don't see a plan, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years from now, where are you going to be? And the future, tomorrow, the next year, that is so blurry, then maybe it's time to look for something else. Or maybe you're just drinking a little too much, a bit too much alcohol. You're going to the bar a little bit more frequent than usual. Well, you might as well be a bartender, get a new gig, right? Warning sign number 6, you are complacent. Now you could say, oh, I'm comfortable, but there's a big difference between being comfortable and being complacent. right? That you're not growing and you are stuck. If you catch yourself saying stuff like that, hey, I don't have time for a new job search, or you know what, this job, it will do for now, or well, you know what, I'll just see how things are. I'll stay around for a few months, right? Or you know what, I don't have to be the VP of blank. If you catch yourself saying that, guess what? Complacency. And very often, complacency comes from fear that you're afraid to grow, you're afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And remember, your comfort zone is your income zone. Warning sign number 7, you're not treated like a person. Maybe the company that you're working for, they don't value you. They don't cherish and appreciate who you are as a human being, your talent. And you feel like just like a number on a punch card every day, right? Every day you go to work, you just feel like, I'm just a number, right? They don't know you. They don't know your goals, your aspirations, right? And I'm not just talking about like getting praise. I'm talking about, are you getting positive, constructive criticisms from your higher up so you can get feedback? Because how are you going to grow? How are you going to be better? How are you going to learn more? How are you going to be a better version of yourself if you're not getting coaching, if you're not getting feedback, if your manager, your boss is not coaching you and is not helping you becoming better, then something is wrong. So, how many of these warning signs do you have? Comment below. Do you have 1, 2, 5, or 7? All 7 of them. If you have more than 5 of these warning signs, chances are it's time to move on. It's time to look for something else. Now, maybe you're thinking, but Dan, I can't just move on. I can't just quit my job. I've got a family to take care of, I understand that. It is your duty, it's your obligation, it is your job to take care of your family. And how are you going to do that if you're working at a job that you hate, if you're working at a job that has no future? I believe the best way to quit your job is to develop what I call a high income skill. What is a high income skill? It's a skill that pays the bills. With high income skill, you can freelance, you can supercharge your career, you can take your business to the next level without getting into debt and without a college degree. If you want to generate high income, if you want to set your own hours and set your own schedule, and you want to do what you love by actually helping companies to generate more revenue, click the link below and check out my 4-part training series for free. I'm going to share with you a model that I've helped so many of my students from all around the world to quit their job and find fulfillment again in their career. Check this out.
In the last 90 days, well, less than 90 days, I've closed $200,000.
I got a contract signed yesterday for $14,000.
On Wednesday, I reported that I closed $186,000 in sales, and I had 4 booms midweek. It's now Friday, and I've just closed another 3, bringing my total for the week, a record for me, of 7 booms for the week. And I have $40,000 as a result in sales commissions.